Guys, feast your eyes on the class of 1983. This is as close to a Works 83 as most mere mortals ever get a chance to have. This one's going up for sale. It's absolutely pristine, full, comprehensive, photo documented, crank up, frame up, rebuild. Every nut and bolt on this bike is new or improved or original mint condition. Starting with the gold XL rims, rebuilt wheels, custom set of billet aluminum triple clamps with remote reservoirs on the original factory forks that have new internals. The plastics all are in pristine condition, hand welded cone factory pipe with a cone matching silencer, lots of trick hardware. All the plastics are new on this bike. I've got a full video that we already shot on this bike that was built 4 years ago. It was sold to one of our clients and he kept it on display in the museum. The only thing we had to do on it was put some VP fuel in it, put a new air filter in it because the other one was dry from sitting for 4 years, change the oil and antifreeze, and that was it, man. Just a typical refresh from a bike that sat for 4 years. The bike has not been ridden since the frame up restoration. The tires have not touched the dirt, so I've been ridden up and down my driveway here. Let me give you one more demo of that before I park it and before I switch over to the original video we shot 4 years ago. So what's happening, fellas? Welcome back to our time machine here at the New England Motorcycle Museum. And this is a time capsule, time machine, back to a simpler time when it was all two-strokes. And they ran 3 classes, 125, 250, 500 at the AMA Nationals. Bob Hanna was wearing Hurricane 2 across the back of his pants and was teamed up with David Bailey. Bob won more Supercrosses on this bike that year than any other pro rider, but he broke his wrist, which put an end to his championship run. David Bailey, however, swooped in like an eagle and took the title for Honda. 1983 CR250. This is probably one of the 3 nicest 250 CRs left in the country. It's absolutely stunning. The restoration on this bike was done by Kenny Ives, former Kaplan Kawasaki owner, also the Kaplan Kawasaki semi-factory race team that he had, where he had Ron Bushy, John Dowd, Billy Ainsworth, and some of the best pros ever to come out of New England riding on his team. He did this bike as a labor of love in his home shop. Total nut and bolt frame up restoration, starting at the bottom of the rims to the top of the handlebars. You can see everything is new or mint original on the bike. I'll start at the rear on this one. The rear wheel is an XL rim with a new set of Buchanan stainless steel spokes. It's got a brand new sprocket, brand new chain, all new wheel bearings. The hub was sandblasted and repainted. The original swing arm looks like it just came out of the box. It's absolutely perfect. It's been polished to perfection. The original sheen on there. The rear brake system has been rebuilt. Brand new Dunlop rear tire and tube. You can see the brake assembly and the brake rod is in brand new condition. The frame is in mint shape on this one. There's no dings on the, I can't feel a single ding on the frame on this side. Perfect frame cradle on both sides. The subframe's in mint shape. The rear fender is brand new. The side panels are brand new. The seat and seat base, or seat foam and seat cover are brand new. The original gas tank is polished to perfection. Brand new radiator shrouds, brand new front number plate, brand new front fender, brand new set of Honda OEM handlebars. All the levers are brand new. The cables are new. The grips are new. The throttle assembly is a Motion Pro, brand new throttle assembly. The hardware on the triple clamps, as you can see, the triple clamps are in brand new condition. Junior, these what did Kenny tell you? Are these aftermarket triple clamps or are these the factory ones? They look aftermarket to me.
Those are aftermarket aluminum triple clamps, and the forks have the remote reservoir on them. If you can see that.
That's right. Yeah, these are highly modified they're machined billet aluminum triple clamps with the fork kit with the reservoirs and the carbon fiber protector on there.
This is the best of 3 CR250s that we have coming up for sale this month. This one has the Kean Airstriker carb upgrade, the V-Force 3 reed block, and also a reed spacer. The cylinder's been ported and it has the Super Trick Works comb pipe in raw, which is brand new and perfect. It's got a mint frame and some other goodies like the Works shock and then the front end components.
Works Performance shock. Brand new key and carb. The Wizard put that on, didn't he?
Yeah, we put the Airstriker. That's our preference. I know Kenny likes the old Mikunis. There's nothing wrong with it.
We took the Mikuni off and put the top of the line brand new key in on there. It's an expensive upgrade, but it's worth it. New air filter. As Junior said, the V-Force reed and spacer, brand new crank seals, crank bearings.
Yeah, the motor was completely rebuilt, and I'll put the photos of that build up. It was cases split, transmission out, complete rebuild and reseal. So.
Kenny did a beautiful job. Look at zoom in on the brand new hardware on here, and even the studs to hold the cylinder on. Look at their polished to perfection.
Everything's
chrome
brand
bolts
new.
on the top. Nuts.
Everything's brand new and refinished.
Absolutely
fresh
stunning.
Powder coaters. Yep.
I would estimate the labor on this job somewhere between 125 and 150 hours, although it could have been more. The fit and finish on the bike and the attention to detail that Kenny did with the original factory ties and the zip ties, the routing of the cables, the way everything's just absolutely beautiful. No stripped bolts. Brand new aluminum radiators, new radiator hoses, new radiator shrouds. If you zoom in on the radiators, you'll see these are
they're brand new. They're
brand
perfectly
new,
straight and they're oversized as well. Check the gallery. I'll put all the photos in the video here and overlay them. But you know, on top of all the new parts, the original cycle parts, like the bottom end of the forks are like perfect. This isn't a bike that was woods ridden. You know, in '83 they hadn't gone to. Well, as you can see, the fork lowers come down pretty far, so the woods-ridden bikes got smashed.
Guys, this bike is going to be 40 years old next year. This is an absolute time machine back to when the Space Shuttle Challenger made its debut and the world watched as the TV show MASH ended. The Baltimore Orioles won the World Series and the New York Islanders won the Stanley Cup again, and the compact disc debuted. It was the end of the VHS cassette and the compact disc, which nobody uses anymore, and was the end of the vinyl. American motocross was in a good spot with a couple of world champions over in Europe, Lackey and Laporte, and Team USA was now the two-time and defending champion at the Motocross Des Nations. Later this year, Motocross of Nations is coming to the United States, so stay tuned. I think it's September 29th this year here. The battle over here, though, was still raging, and in 1983 would prove to be a tough one indeed. The big off-season news was defending Supercross and 250 outdoor champion Donnie Hansen injuring himself while practicing for the 1982 MX Des Nations. Hansen would never get a chance to race at a top level again. The other big news was Bob Hanna was switching over from Yamaha to Honda to try and get himself back to the top. The Hurricane, never one to be shy with his opinions, took to the press to bash Yamaha. He wanted out so badly that he took a contract from the Red Team for a much lower salary with big win bonuses because he knew he'd win. Hanna's move to Honda coincided with their reborn race effort with Roger DeCoster at the lead and Dave Arnold. Sporting Hurricane 2 on the back of his pants, Hanna was certainly very fast that year on the Works Honda HRC 250, but he was unable to stay healthy enough to win the titles, as I mentioned earlier. In fact, Bob won the most, as I said, of anyone, 5 wins, but he lost the title when he hurt his wrist. Up-and-coming star David Bailey swooped in, captured the indoor title by the slimmest of margins over Suzuki's Mark the Bomber Barnett. The 1983 Nationals debuted a new format. All 3 classes were held at the same track on the same day. In past years, each weekend featured a combination of 2 of the classes at one track while the other class raced somewhere else. The series also saw the addition of the Gainesville, Florida round, which would stay on the calendar for more than 15 years, as well as the debut of Millville, Minnesota round, which is still going strong today. Very cool history there. I kind of wish they would do it again and run a 3-moto format. If you're wondering what the schedule for the races are this year, well, if you buy one of my daughter's calendars, go to Taylor Kaplan, Tayler Kaplan.com. Still time to get one shipped for Christmas. I think she's got some left. And if you open it up, you'll see that she has the New Year's Supercross Anaheim 1 on January 8th, Oakland on the 15th, San Diego on the 22nd. She's got all the Supercrosses on here, so you won't miss any when they're on TV or if you want to go to one. And of course, the Outdoor Nationals Pro Motocross at Spring Creek in July. Here we got the, here she is on my Kaplan America bike. So 100% of the proceeds from the calendar go to her and her modeling career. So buy a calendar, help support T, and stay in touch with all of the motocross scheduling for this year.
So most of the Supercrosses this year as well. So reach out to her on Instagram. She's working for Le Mans, and I believe she's working with Motul for most of the Supercross rounds. I'll take that out if I'm not allowed to say that. But
And she is the VP 2022 spokesmodel for sure. They shot some of their stuff at Jesse James's place a couple months ago. So she was with Brian Deegan at the signing autographs at the SEMA show. So she's doing great, self-made career there. But back to this bike, the attention to detail is absolutely second to none. This type of labor of love restoration is hard to come by these days. It just takes so much time and effort to make a bike this nice. And there's not only one, there were three. He did three of these at the same time. I'm not sure by the time this video comes up what's left available of the three. Give Junior a call, 860-454-7024.
yeah, we can ship it anywhere in the States inexpensively as well. Overseas, no problem. Message your zip code or location for a quote. No brainer here, guys.
Absolute perfection. If you're thinking of buying a bike to put on display in your private collection or museum, buy this bike. If you want a bike to take to the line at any vintage race, you can't do much better than this. Bring it to Mid-Ohio, bring it to Daytona, bring it to Unadilla. Or if you want to really have some fun, put a good rider on this thing, like Ryan Hughes, and watch him go kick the shit out of the local experts on this bike right here. 40-year-old bike, 4 decades. What's it, 39 this year? It'll be 40 next year.
Force rebuilt. Get a work shock on the rear. These air strikers.
Big bore power and a lightweight 250. Awesome handling package. It doesn't get much better than this. The class of 1983 right there.
Kenny, thanks for hooking it up with this batch of bikes. We're going to be doing the twin in a moment here. KaplanCycles.com. Go to the auction tab, see what's available. We have probably the best inventory we've ever had at this point in time. End of 21. A lot of you guys, a lot of the collectors that follow us have reached out with some ridiculous bikes. We have some really good stuff coming up.
Basically a brand new 1983 bike, completely rebuilt to a very high standard. It's too clean to take it next door over there and rip through the mud, isn't it, Junior?
Yeah, it's never been gone through the dirt.
So let's keep that streak going. I was driving up and down the driveway saying, should I go pull a big fat holy out there and rip it up the hill next door? But it's just above freezing right now, and it was frozen last night, so a lot of moisture. This thing would get really trashed, and it's just too nice to do that to it. So we'll let the new owner decide if they're gonna take it through the dirt or whether they're gonna hang it on the wall. But this is as good as it gets, man.
This would be something to display for 11 months out of the year, and then in July bring it to Dilla for rewind for one showing, and then clean it up again, tuck it back away as a good rest. They don't get any fresher than this, boys. Fresh off the Ives assembly line. Works by
What a kick-ass machine.
Thanks for watching, boys.